Here we are, back again. So, there's a plea deal, so we're not waiting till Monday after all. There's a, not plea deal, sorry, but she's got a plea, and apparently there's just going to be sentencing, so I think she's going to put in a guilty verdict. And yeah, that's that's what I'm hearing. So with that, I'm gonna, the video's here. I've not seen it yet, but I've just gone over it just to see where it starts, type of thing. Where you can see Tristan Bailey stuff was there and it starts now. Give it a couple more minutes because I just ended one stream and just found out about this one. Um, Nope, not the wrong one. Um, also, please. To the channel. Thank you. Okay, I'm just posting Rumble. Rumble had good viewers earlier on. Rumble over 20 odd. Just for a, well, I didn't even plan to stream it. So here we go. That's finished. Oh, that's all I got for that one. That was crap. Right. This notification just gone out for Rumble. This, that's where it is. I was wondering where you'd gone to. So I'll just wait a couple more minutes because Rumble really good. They get, no, actually, YouTube normally get it out as well. But I get notifications for Rumble. I don't for YouTube. No, YouTube have not sent something out. I did forward my other videos though, so Rumble are really on the ball. If you follow, you get instantly get notified anytime I go live. If you're watching this as on repeat, you could probably skip 5 minutes, guys, because I'm just gonna leave it for a few minutes, just because I think I've just literally just finished two other streams and I'm starting another one within less than 10 minutes. So give them their dues. I'll give them a second to get you, but that means you can just skip. You can probably skip 5 minutes easily, and maybe a little bit more as well. I need to put this up. Yeah. On there. Actually, I don't know. That's fine, right. I need to go on YouTube. I don't remember doing that, but sure. Beep, 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 beep. Right, we've been live for just around 5 minutes now, so I'm gonna press go and people can just join then. I think that's fair enough. That's, yeah, and then that's 5 minutes exactly. I told people to skip 5 minutes, didn't I? So That's her brother, Tristan's brother. They're wearing teal because that's her favourite colour. Um, you'll notice everyone's wearing teal, or her parents are wearing white, but teal right in. So yeah, which is a nice touch for them. I think it'll be nice for them just to see this through, as in, I presume she pleads guilty here and that sentencing happens. I think it's much better than having the victim's family go through all this again. I said in my previous video that I get why she did what she did in the terms of if that's your son or daughter, you're gonna try and help them and wash evidence and stuff like that. But it doesn't make it right. She deserves to be punished, in my opinion. Just I do get it though. And I think if you're a parent and it's your child, and like I know people will say no, we would never, never, my child would never, all that. I just don't believe that. I think you would, any parent would, to help their child. I think within reason. That's not 100% obviously, but I do believe the majority of people would. But again, that doesn't justify what she did. And she knew what she was doing, and she's been caught, and she deserves to be punished. So I'd be interested to see what the punishment is for something like this, for tampering with evidence. Now, she tampered with evidence, but they still got the evidence as well. Now, that again doesn't justify what she did, because she could have erased a lot of DNA and stuff like that. But as it happens, she didn't. But at the same time, like, look, his son's in jail for life, or for at least 20 or 25 years until he gets the opportunity for parole, which he probably won't get. Um, yeah, so I don't think she even cares right now. I think she's like, yeah, I plead guilty. I did what I did. I'll be interested to see if any of Tristan Bailey's family say anything. I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if they say anything. If they show any compassion, or whether it's a case of, like, I don't know, because again, I can understand why she did what she did, but it doesn't make it right. And I think if the roles were reversed, the mother here or father here would probably do exactly the same. So I don't know. Talking a lot now because I thought we were about to start, but it's a nice shot of the family there. Oh, who's that? I'm not sure who that is. The judge is not there yet, so her family are not there. So I just presume that it's going to be, I say, guilt. Well, it said sentencing, so it has to be she's pleading guilty or non-contest or whatever. In a way, similar to what her son did. He turned up for his, like, literally jury selection, and he went, "Look, I'm just gonna plead guilty. No jury needed." And her jury selection was going to be on Monday, and today, on recording this, is Friday the 12th of May, 2023, and the jury selection was supposed to be on the 15th of May 2023, and her trial was supposed to start on the 17th of May 2023, on the Wednesday, and possibly Thursday as well, 18th. But they did think that it might be done in a day, but obviously here now, while she pleads guilty, she's probably been taken away today, I imagine. She's probably been advised of what she's likely to get, and because they're letting in the whole thing of the DNA that she's trying to destroy, I think it's a bit like, well, you're gonna be found guilty, so might as well just plead guilty. But yeah, I don't know how long she will get. We don't need to zoom in there, do we? Look at all those notes. Jesus, shopping list. But right, must remember those veggies on the way home tonight. Peppers. That girl with the tattoos, no idea who she is. Maybe she's part of the defense. I don't know. Judge is in the back. Probably putting his robe on. Probably got his feet up. All right, pass me the robe. Goes in the robe. Oh, ba, 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 ba. Oh, there's not many in Rumble now. I think that's the problem when you finish. Jump from one stream to the next, look at it. It's only going to be half an hour. So, yeah, this stream's only going to be half an hour, 40 minutes. I can't believe I was going to stream this next week. Purely because it's going to be 1, maybe 2 day stream. I think it was going to be 2 day stream because, well, essentially, if you think about it, the jury got to deliberate, but now that plan's gone. I was going to stream it on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, but that's gone out the window now. So those are just joining. Obviously, common sense says that we got a result here. I think she's pleading guilty because it says guilt, her plea, and also her sentencing. So we're just going to see what. I just literally recorded her pre-sentencing video. Literally 10 minutes ago we finished it, and then well, no, sorry, 20 minutes ago we finished it. Then I saw this video. I was like, "Fuck me!" So I got to, record it. But yeah, so no stream for this next week. Still got the other stream going on, the OnlyFans one. Welcome to join me there. Well, it's finishing on Monday. But if you go to live streams in my channel, they're there. It's worth watching. Some of it's quite funny, some of it's quite bizarre. Ba 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 ba. Ah, thanks, Shannon. Are you here? You still here, Shannon? On Crime Spies, Mum for Shannon. I'm so angry. I've done 3 streams today, right? And I've had great turnout in every one of the streams on Rumble. But only one person followed me. One. Unbelievable. I just need one. I believe I just need one more to follow me, and then I don't have to pay $10 to stream. Can't be bothered to type as well, so I'll say thank you there. So I don't know if you're still there, Shannon, or not, but thank you. I appreciate you. Been a long day today. I literally just stopped streaming the other stream about this, about Crystal Smith, the pre-sentencing stuff they were talking about. And then I saw this video saying a plea was in and sentencing, so she's definitely pleading guilty. We then find out what she gets. Even if Shannon is still here, there's still a couple more viewers here, so you can still follow me, guys. I really appreciate it. We say that all fucking day. Tired now. Dee, 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 dee. On YouTube, if you want to like, good like on YouTube, I'd appreciate that as well, peeps. Oh, she's been in her 15, she? I didn't think she was that good looking in the pre-trial stuff, but she looks looking good now. And that's my eyes are deceiving me. No, they're not. A horrible feeling though when you probably, I would imagine, you're going straight to jail now. If you're sentencing now, you're going straight to jail. Do they shave off women's hair like they did do for the men? I wonder. Where are they going to put her? Are they going to put her in a jail or are they going to put her in prison? They might just keep her in jail here. If that's the case, then well, it depends how long she gets, I suppose. So, Dee, 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 dee. I think they've been shadow banned on YouTube as well, which is amazing. That's great, isn't it? We're just going to get the judge. She's like, "Come on, judge, let's get you going on."
All right.
There he is.
St. Joseph County Circuit Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Smith presiding.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please be seated. Thank you. All right, we are here on case 21 CF 867, State of Florida versus Crystal Smith, who I'm appearing on behalf of the State of Florida. On behalf of the defense.
Matthew Gutierrez from my partner, Elizabeth Bensy White.
All right. And Ms. Smith is also present. We're set for jury selection to begin on Monday. However, I was notified that there had been a change in circumstances. We have the case to the calendar for this afternoon. So with that, Mr. Gutierrez, do you want to update the court on where things are?
Your Honor. The state and the defense have been talking for a little while regarding the resolution of this case short trial. And through those efforts, we've arrived at a negotiated disposition whereby Ms. Smith will be entering a plea of no contest to the count charged in the information tampering with evidence. The negotiated disposition entails Ms. Smith being adjudicated guilty of the charge to be sentenced to 5 years of probation with a special condition of 30 days in the St. Johns County Jail. The defendant is eligible for early termination of probation after 3 years, and there will be standard court costs and fines assessed, as well as the $100 cost of investigation to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office and a $100 cost of prosecution to the State Attorney's Office. With that being said, Your Honor, I have a plea form that's been executed by Ms. Smith, myself, and Ms. Gunn. If I may approach, I could tender that to Madam Clerk.
You may. You can approach with your client up here to the railing. Then if you'll come forward as well. Ms. Dunn, you just heard Mr. Gutierrez state the terms of the plea agreement is that the plea agreement the state is negotiated with Ms. Smith.
Yes,
Your Honor.
And I see that the Bailey family are all present, as well as some other friends and family members. Are they also in agreement with this disposition? Are they requesting from the court to accept this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any other matters that need to be addressed at this time before we begin?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state your name.
Crystal Smith,
How old are you?
38.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated high school.
Are you able to read, write, speak, and understand the English language?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication, drugs, or alcohol?
No, Your Honor.
Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental health condition that might affect your ability to understand what's happening right now?
No, Your Honor.
Your attorney has informed me that you wish to change your previous entered plea of not guilty and a plea of no contest to the charge of tampering with evidence. That is a third-degree felony which is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Pursuant to the plea agreement, I would adjudicate you guilty of that offense, place you on 5 years of probation with the condition that you serve 30 days in the St. Johns County Jail. You have credit for 1 day that you've already served. You may apply for early termination of your probation after 3 years have been served. You would also be required to pay standard court costs and fines plus $100 cost of investigation and $100 cost of prosecution. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, Your
Is
Honor.
anyone forcing you or threatening you in any way to get you to do this?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, Your Honor.
I have a document here. It's a plea form. It has the state of Florida versus your name and our case number. On the second page of this document, above the word defendant is a signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this document, are you indicating to me that you've read this document, that you've also had a chance to discuss it with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
There are a number of rights I want to make sure that he went over with you, that you'll be giving up if I accept your plea today. You have the right to a jury trial. During that trial, you're entitled to be represented by an attorney. If you put out a fourth one, I will appoint one for you. You and your attorney can sit quietly throughout that entire trial and require the state of Florida to prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You also could have testified during that trial. You could have presented evidence during the trial. You could have compelled witnesses to come in and testify on your behalf and cross-examine any witnesses that might have been called against you. And you could have appealed your conviction and sentenced to a higher court. You understand that once I accept your plea today, there will not be a trial and be given up all those rights.
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had sufficient time to speak with your attorney about any possible defenses that you might have raised to this charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you need any more time to speak with your attorney before I accept your plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your attorney explain to you that if you were not a United States citizen, that entering this plea could subject you to being deported from the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did he also explain to you that if you have ever been convicted of any type of a sexually motivated offense, that entering this plea could subject you to being involuntarily civilly committed?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, have you disclosed all the discovery of this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is there any DNA evidence known that might exonerate her?
No, Your Honor.
Well,
Juries?
Your Honor, that's been the subject of some prior proceedings before his honor, as well as the perpetuation of the testimony of FDLE agent Brooke Hoover, for which Ms. Smith was present. I know that that question about DNA that could exonerate is generally directed to different scenarios than we have present here. There's an argument that it could exonerate. What I would tell the court is we're fully aware of what the status of the DNA evidence in this case is, and despite that knowledge, we intend to proceed with the entry of the plea.
Have you received all of the discovery in the case and discussed it and gone over with your client?
I have.
Statement of factual basis, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about May 9th, 2021, in the county of St. Johns in the state of Florida, the defendant did alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing, to wit, a pair of jeans, with the purpose to impair its verity or availability in a proceeding or investigation, knowing that a criminal trial, proceeding, or investigation by a duly constituted law enforcement agency of this state was pending or was about to be instituted, contrary to court statute.
Any objections or exceptions to the factual basis?
No objections or exceptions for purposes of the plea, Your Honor.
I do find sufficient factual basis for the charge of tampering with evidence. Ms. Smith, I accept your plea. I find it's entered into freely, voluntarily, and intelligently, that you are coherent and alert, that you understand the nature of the charge and the consequences of your plea. Before I impose sentence, are there any victim impact statements that will be presented today?
There is one, Your Honor. I also have the, you want the score sheet now?
Yes.
Okay. I have the score sheet prepared here now. I've prepared a copy for counsel. This is the only thing on the score sheet, bringing her total number of points to 16. And as your honor knows, that means that the court must sentence an offender to a non-state prison sentence when their points are below 22. And that was taken into account by the state. I'll pass that.
District Attorney, you've discussed with your client that the maximum sentence that the court could have imposed in this case would have been 12 months in the county jail. So as a third degree felony based on the guidelines worksheet, the court would not have been able to sentence her to anything more than 12 months. Have you discussed that with her?
We have had that discussion.
And knowing that she still wanted to proceed with this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You said that you had a statement, I believe?
Yes, Miss Stacy Bailey.
All right, Ms. Bailey, do you want to come forward? You want to
Oh.
come up here?
Yeah, just issue.
Good mother. What's she gonna say?
Thank you for understanding. I have gone over this moment in my head for more than 2 years now. What would I say to the woman who broke the law and caused so much pain to my family? Would my words be ignored, or would they carry weight? Would you truly hear me and understand how your actions have devastated not only my family, our kids' classmates, our family friends, our community, and the people across the world? Do you see the hurt that it has caused on your extended family? Would you ever be able to understand the devastating pain we live through daily? I may never know the answers, but this is my one chance for so. The irreparable damage that you have caused by your actions will forever be etched into our lives. I have tried to put myself in your shoes on that fateful day, 1,000 times, but I can't. I can never get there because you see, I could never put someone else's child in harm's way for my own, no matter the consequences. The choices that you made on Mother's Day, May 9th, 2021, will haunt me for the rest of my life. I question whether you grieve the devastating murder of our daughter Tristan by your son Aidan Faucci, or if you just grieve him being caught and held accountable. What I cannot understand is how you knew our child was missing. Your son was the last known person to see her, and yet you see something suspicious on his jeans and try to wash it out. All the while, you did not know if our daughter was injured or even alive, but you did nothing to help. When so many people gave up their Mother's Day to try to help, you abandoned your son to wash the jeans. Then to make matters worse, you tried to convince Aidan in the police station later that evening that he was wearing different clothes to find a story and stick to it. At what point did you ever stop and think about Tristan's well-being? You would never apologize for your actions. As for your statement that you and your family's lives have been threatened, you have no idea what my family has endured. Where was your concern for all of the children in our community that had their innocence stolen? The daily heartbreak, the constant tears have taken a toll on the well-being of each of us. Our family's lives have been forever altered. I carry worry for my children that a mother cannot fix on how we weather the storm. How do I help them? I cannot. All I can do is pick them up when they fall with love and encouragement and teach them about being a good person to the core. Crystal, No one can make you a good, honest person. Only you can do that. I do have hope from the words of your mother that you are a good person and you can take this time to get back on track. I will pray that your children will learn from your mistakes and receive no will from your actions. I will also pray that you will reflect upon your actions while you are without your children on this Mother's Day. Even today, I am concerned about you. In the eyes of the law, your plea of no contest and the following adjudication of guilt are the same. Yet as an individual, admitting your wrongdoings is a step in moving forward. The world has seen evidence of you washing the jeans and checking them with a family member you called you out on tampering with the evidence. They have seen the video of you coaching Aidan to lie. I hope and pray that you will be able to fully admit your guilt one day and truly be sorry for your actions and the pain that you have inflicted upon our family and our community. Thank you for all your time in this case.
I don't know. I've never been in their shoes, and so I can't comment. The only thing I don't agree with that she wouldn't do the same in her shoes.
Statements to be read.
That's just a personal
Anything from the defense?
Your
opinion.
Honor, Ms. Smith has
I think
elected to enter her plea because she believes it's in her best interest to do so. In so doing, she wishes to express her deepest sympathy to the Bailey family, as the suffering they are experiencing from the loss of Tristan is unimaginable. Ms. Smith is grieving in her own right, as her son has been held responsible for Tristan's murder and is now spending the rest of his life in prison.
rightly
This
so.
tragedy has had a devastating effect on everyone involved. The Bailey family has suffered the greatest loss, and they are not alone in their suffering. Ms. Smith has entered her plea to bring an end to the legal proceedings surrounding the murder of Tristan Bailey. Ms. Smith hopes that everyone involved can now begin to heal from this tragedy. I would like to set forth that at the time of the conduct giving rise to this prosecution and resulting plea, no one, with the exception of one person, knew what had happened to Tristan. Certainly, Ms. Smith did not know what had occurred. She was a frantic mother trying to determine what was going on with her son. Only later was she made aware of the horrible crime that had been committed.
I
She
thought so, yeah.
apologizes for any additional suffering her conduct caused the Bailey family. I hope the end of these legal proceedings surrounding Tristan's death will allow everyone impacted by it to begin to find a modicum of peace and begin to try to heal from this tragedy.
Thank you, Mr. Jerry. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any reason why this organized this at this time?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Smith, I'm here to plead to the charge of tampering with evidence. I adjudicate you guilty. I sentence you to serve 5 years of probation with the following special condition. You must serve 30 days in the St. Johns County Jail. You have credit for 1 day that you've already served. You would be eligible for application of early termination only upon after completion of 3 years of your probation. And as long as there have not been any violations and you have paid the standard court costs and fines plus $100 cost of investigation and $100 cost of prosecution to the city attorney's office. I believe that covers everything. You have 30 days to appeal the legality of this court sentence. If you wish to appeal, you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. This time, the bailiffs will take you into custody and bring you over to the St. Johns County. Any other matters you need to address?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
You're adjourned.
It's nice. At least they get cuff in the front. She's not a danger to anybody. Do you know what I mean? I thought her statement was nice as well. Look, I don't know. I've never been in anyone's shoes here, so I can't say, can't judge. I don't know. She deserves to be jailed for, I think it said it was going to be a year had she been found guilty in court. I thought it might have been like 6 months or something. So she gets a month. She's done 1 day already. That's 29 days in jail. At least it's jail and not prison. I did know that she's coached Aidan and said, "Look, don't say about that." So I think that's bad. The only thing I've said from the start is if any parent would wash their son or daughter's trousers or whatever with blood on it, if he didn't know what was going on, it sounds like she didn't have a clue about Tristan at the time, which I thought was the case. That's why I don't agree with Tristan's mother there, that she wouldn't have done it for Tristan. But it's potatoes, potatoes. Who the fuck am I to say any different? I don't know how they feel. Just my opinion. Um, Hopefully, everyone can now move forward after all this. She's getting punished, 29 days in jail. I do like what the officer did there. She turned around and she was ready to be handcuffed in the back. He was like, no, don't worry about it. Let's do the front. He knows, look, you're not a danger to anybody. You're in jail for 29 days. Hopefully, she gets treated well. And by well, I mean, like, that she gets punished, but, like, she's not, like, mistreated in jail or anything. Being fingerprinted now. So, well, I suppose I would say, well, it's her ex-husband, isn't it? No one's there to support her, but would you want to be there with the Bailey family? And she probably doesn't want anyone there. I saw that just now a comment. Yeah, I think it's different if it's your child or if it's your husband or wife and stuff. If it's your spouse, then I can understand you don't, you're more likely to dob them in and not, get rid of the stuff. But for your child, that's what I mean. It's different. Like, if it's your husband and you've just found out that he's killed someone, yeah, I think it's more likely that you wouldn't defend him. So I don't know. I don't think you should be defending anybody. I just thought in my own mind that your child, you'd want to protect them as much as possible. But who the fuck am I to say it? I don't know. She said that, Tristan's mother says she wouldn't have done the same. I'm not gonna call her bullshit on it because she's a grieving mother. She's been through a lot, so in some ways, you just want the two mothers to be in a room together to speak to each other. I don't think they're gonna heal until they start speaking to each other. There we are. 29 days in jail, 5 years probation. She could appeal the probation after 3 years. If she'd been found guilty, he would have been sentenced of up to a year in prison, probably 4 years probation, I imagine. So, yeah. father wants to make sure that everyone's out. Probably be the same, to be fair.
Sorry.
It's fine.
There we are. Right, that's the end of that. So we now know what happened. Well, obviously I think it's a win-win, but both sides there, because you don't want this to go through the courts and stuff like that. Both of them are grieving in their different ways. Obviously, Tristan's mother you feel for more, but Aidan's mother as well is grieving, as they said. And I do like the fact that I didn't think that she knew that he'd killed Tristan when she did try and clean up his jeans. I just think she found it. I thought, oh my God, he's done something wrong. Not in a million years do I believe that she thought that he'd killed somebody. So, but saying that, the other side of it is she did try and coach him in um, the police station to say, just remember you wearing shorts, not jeans, type of thing. Which that again, I don't know. Who am I to speak about any of this? Hopefully, none of us ever have to go through anything like this. But as I say, I still stand by that. Your son or daughter, probably only your son or daughter, or your very closest relative, that you would do that to for. You know, um, don't necessarily think the spouses would do it for each other, but your flesh and blood. I think majority of people, in my opinion, would do it. But again, who am I? So with that, yeah, I'm signing off. That's 3 streams done today. So thank you, Rumble. You've been the ones keeping me going. Hardly anybody watched on YouTube, but Rumble, as always, you just annoy me that you don't follow my channel. But in terms of viewers, fantastic. So thanks, guys. Hopefully everyone has a good weekend or wherever you watch this. So this was the 12th of May 2023 on a Friday. So yeah, wherever you watch it, that's when this was filmed. So enjoy your whatever. Take care, guys. Ta-ra now. Ta-ra.